Hi. If you haven't been here before, which you probably haven't, I'm Robin. And during this pandemic, which I've talked about a lot here, I've been binging a lot of YouTubers, and one of the YouTubers I've been binging is Toxic Tears. I used to watch her a few years ago, and I just kind of stopped watching her, and then I rediscovered her during lockdown, and I have been watching her videos. Anyway, so I watched one of her old videos, and it was her zombie tag, or zombie apocalypse tag, and I kind of wanted to do it. I thought it would be fun. Her questions, there's only a few questions, but they're sort of meant to be longer answered questions. I don't have I'm just holding my phone, so this might be a little shaky. Hopefully it's not. But I'm a flawed human, and it's fine. So, her first question is, where would you set up camp? And I kind of have two answers, which is, I'm going to go off my second answer just because that's more realistic. Because this is meant to be, like, literally, like, most realistic sense. Like, don't say, you would kill the zombies by shooting them all in the head if you don't know how to use a gun, or if you've never used a gun before, you have no access to a gun. That kind of situation, right? Anyway, so her first question is, where would you set up camp? And my two answers are, one is there's a family farm, like, that relatives of mine own that I've been to once before. But it's been in the family for, like, over 100 years. This farm is huge, middle of nowhere. Giant farm, old farmhouse, two barns on the property, like horses, it's a big farm, okay? And so part of me is like, and like there is small towns in the area of it, but I think the closest town is like 20 minutes away, and it's like a hamlet, like it's a tiny, tiny, tiny little town. And then further past that, there's another like fairly small town. If you've ever seen the show, or if you're familiar with the show, Heartland, which is filmed in Canada, it's like further, like Heartland's filmed near where this family farm is, but like it's in the middle of nowhere. So like ideally, if there was a zombie apocalypse, that's where I would want to go, but I don't actually live in that province where that farm is, so that's not the most realistic, but if I had a way to get there, that would be ideal. Anyway, so realistically, if I'm going off where I live, where I am, I would go to, I work at a mall, so I would set up camp at the mall I work at. Some Dawn of the Dead nonsense, or whatever that movie is. Because again, it's a mall. And being an employee, I have been in like little back malls, generally, all of them have like back hallways that aren't really for public use. They're like for the staff, for security, for maintenance, that kind of thing. So like those back hallways I'm somewhat familiar with, so it would be kind of cool to have access to those, which have, access to more exits, access to the roof, access to different ways to get to stores or shortcuts to stores. So that would be ideal. How will you survive? So stock up on lots of water, obviously, most important thing. Stock up on water, and then stock up on like ways to filter water if you ever realistically, you might run out of like fresh drinking water, clean water, so you want to be able to filter your water somehow. So having ways to do that, resources to filter water, that kind of thing. Access to making fire if you need to be able to be warm or cook or light a zombie on fire. So matches, lighters, that kind of thing, also ideal. Non-perishables, canned foods, snacks, that kind of thing. Things that food you can eat that aren't going to go bad. Medications, and inhalers. I'm asthmatic, so if I'm about to be running away from zombies, gotta make sure I got that salbutamol in me, so that in my Symbicort, so that I can breathe. Asthma, yo. Also birth control. That'd be important. I don't know how much you'd be doing in a zombie apocalypse. Guess that would depend on if my boyfriend's there with me or not. But also, just in case, I ain't trying to be fighting off zombies while pregnant. So, we don't want no babies during a zombie apocalypse. Yeah, okay. Let's go with that. That's how I would survive. Non-perishables, water, birth control, inhalers. Ooh, how would you go on raids? So ideally, buddy system, or like group system. The more the merrier, the more the safer. So you can fight off more zombies when you have more people. Numbers are good. Oh, and having thick clothes on. So having like, again, I don't really, like, I'm a vegetarian. Care a lot about like animal rights and that. So I don't really condone wearing leather in that. But also, if there was an actual zombie apocalypse, I would be like for sure wearing like layers of like leather and stuff, like really thick materials that would be hard to penetrate if they were to be bitten. Like full on like people that work in like welding shops and that kind of thing, like full on proper gear to be able to be covered, as well as people with other people in groups, ideally all also dressed appropriately. Thicker materials, can't get the zombie bites, a helmet of some sort, or like a proper headgear to cover like my neck, my face, that kind of thing, because again, we ain't trying to get bit by no zombies. Like a neck brace, of some sort, that would be like cool, like a reinforced neck brace. Weapons. Next question is weapons. I don't know how to use any weapons at all. I'm one of those people that like carefully thinks about like, what if someone broke into my house? What would I do? So knives would be like kind of my go-to, because like I kind of thought about that in this aspect of like, what if someone broke into my house? How would I fend off an intruder? I have knives in my house. So yeah, if I was hanging out at a mall, camp at a mall, got raided by zombies, knives are small and you can carry them with you. Also, there is one of the stores in the mall that I have near me is has like hunting gear and stuff in it, like camping gear, hunting gear. I don't know if they sell guns or anything, but they will have like camping weapons, like sharper knives and stuff that are made for camping. I don't know outdoorsy things. I like being outdoors. I don't know outdoorsy things. So yeah, finding like weapons like that, hammers, sledgehammers, knives, swords, get some distance in there. I don't know where I would find a sword, but you know, if I had someone that's like a collector or something here, like, I do know, like, I'm a nerd. I have friends that are nerds. I'm sure someone has like a katana or something in their house. Gotta decapitate them zombies, yo. Ooh. No, I wouldn't have access. I was gonna say a flamethrower would be cool. I don't have access to a flamethrower. I don't know where I would get a flamethrower. I'm not freaking the Hollywood. What is that movie called? The Leonardo DiCaprio movie where he like the ending with the flamethrower. That if they were zombies, that would be ideal. That's where my mind was going. I don't have access to a flamethrower, so we're gonna move past that. How would you handle other survivors? Assuming they are not bitten or infected, like I said before, the more the merrier. You know, sounds like a good time to me. So I would, if they were willing to come along with me and join my group, my buddy system, that would be cool. I would welcome them, not necessarily with physical open arms, but like mental open arms. That would be cool. Unless, of course, they're like aggressive and I have to fight them off, in which case I'm gonna probably not try and fight them off, but if I had to, I have to. It is what it is, right? Gotta put yourself first. No one's gonna look after you like you do. That's honestly not even that true, I don't think. I don't look after myself as well as some other people do sometimes. You know, we have our moments. Oh, also, we kind of, I wrote this down. It would be like ideal to like set up like a safety room. So if you had new people joining kind of your group or something and you wanted to make sure that they didn't have any bites or were infected, to like have a room where, like a safety room kind of thing where you inspect, do like a proper inspection to make sure no one has bites. So basically like a get naked room to be like, all right, good, you good? Cool. Put your leather on, let's go. Let's go fight the zombies. So the last question. How would you handle their survivors? Yeah, okay, that was it. That was the end of the questions. All right, so that was my Toxic Tears zombie apocalypse tag. Ideally, that's not something that would ever happen. Zombie apocalypse, hopefully not. But who the fuck knows? It's 2020, bitches. Anything can happen. I hate that. All right, cool. If you don't follow Toxic Tears, follow her. Kaya's cool. Yay, bye now.